Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So based on the feedback on my what's for dinner video, I thought today I would do all of my prepping while chatting with you. As I chop these potatoes, let me tell you what's going on. I am prepping a breakfast for 3 weeks, and let me tell you why. You guys know my daughter Haley, she's 15, plays for the school volleyball team, and she's gone all day, you know, from when she gets on the bus for school and doesn't get home until 7 p.m. because she's got volleyball practice. So I pack her a lot of food as it is. Now, at the time that you're watching this video, she will have started driver's ed. Woo! Oh my goodness. Now it's run through the school district, I believe. Her driver's ed goes from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then she does school, and then she does volleyball. So we have to leave the house at 5:45 in the morning, and she won't be getting home until 7 p.m. And I'm thinking, what the heck is she gonna eat for breakfast? Right? She needs something that's quick, out the door, easy, that we can just like pull out and be done with 5:40 in the morning. I've been putting some thought into what I could do for her. And so today I am going to be prepping all of her breakfasts. I have all these red potatoes, if you guys saw. So I don't remember what in the world I was saying. Dave came in and I forgot to make lunch for him and Andrew. They're leaving for the weekend to go to a mountain bike race in Grand Targhee ski resort, and they're camping overnight, and I told them I would make them lunch and I hadn't. So he came home and totally surprised me. I don't remember what I was saying, but basically I'm prepping 3 weeks worth of breakfasts. I'm gonna make a ton of muffins. I cleaned out the freezer a little bit. I pulled out 6 frozen bananas, so I'm gonna make a ton of banana muffins. Like Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls, but not purchasing. I'm gonna make them myself, and she can eat them in the car as we go, right? So I think that'll be super good. So that's what the potatoes are for. Those are in there. Then I've got some bacon here. Like I've got 2 full trays of bacon. So I'm gonna use the bacon, some eggs. I got you guys know I buy like 2 of these at a time. So we're gonna do some scrambled eggs in the breakfast bowls with some cheese. I'm probably also gonna make those like little omelet muffins, because I could probably pop those in the microwave for 30 seconds just to do something different, and then just a whole variety of muffins. My discount store carries the Kodiak cakes for about $2 a box or so. So I have this pumpkin flax kind, coconut chocolate chip, and coconut dark chocolate. Ignore the price, it wasn't $5.79, it was like $2. Part of my issue is that, so she's gonna eat breakfast at 5:45, go to the class until 8, and then school starts at 8:30. Maybe she's starving. You know, between 8 and 8:30, she can pop a muffin really quick and then have regular lunch and then all of those things. So good news is I do have some room in my freezers again, yay, to store some of it. Some of it we'll just keep out and eat for breakfast the next couple days. So that's what I'm doing. My first batch of potatoes is already in the oven, and while those roast, I'm gonna go take a shower. It's been a couple hours later. I finished up the potatoes and the bacon, and I'm cranking through the muffins right now. I'm not sure how many eggs to do because I have a lot of potatoes. So maybe if I did 15, so I have 7 containers. I laid them all out over here with the potatoes in them. That way that'll be like 2 eggs per container, which is pretty good serving. So man, we've had a lot going on today. Dave and Andrew got off to their mountain bike thing, except it's raining and Dave forgot his rain jacket. I'm doing cross country carpool today at 3, and then I gotta run back home, drop Ryan off at soccer, go back and pick them up, pick up Ryan, and then pick up Haley. Okay, time to scramble these eggs. My breakfast bowls are done. I just found a hodgepodge of Tupperware. None of them really match, but what are you gonna do? So I ended up with 7 of these. I have the potatoes, the eggs, a teeny bit of bacon, and a little bit of cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on these and pop them in the freezer for the next few weeks. Okay, we are at the end of the night and I'm wrapping up for today. Here are all of the banana muffins. Look how cute those are. Some regular ones and some jumbo ones. And I have the pumpkin muffins here and the 2 coconut ones here. Here are all of my frozen little breakfast bowls. I showed one to Haley. She about jumped up and down and did a jig. She's very excited about that. Continuing on with our grab and go breakfasts, I'm going to make like omelet muffins. I don't think I've ever made these before. When I was talking to my friend that lives next door about what I wanted to do for Haley, she's like, oh, make these egg muffin things. My kids love them. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Haley actually prefers more sweeter things. The muffins are working really well. She's been going for a couple days. The muffins have been working really well for like after driver's ed, before school starts, is even 5:45 to noon. That's a really long time for no food. And as I'm looking over how to make it, I have lots of opinions. So we're gonna do it 2 different ways. I'm just gonna spray the muffin tin and see how that goes. The recipe says to line the muffin tin, so we'll do one like that. The recipe also says to crack all of the eggs together and mix them all together and then scoop them out. That sounds to me like that wouldn't work. So in this one, I'm just going to crack the egg directly into the muffin. And we're gonna see which one turns out better. Let me get my spray so I can spray everything. I really, really hope I don't hate myself after putting cooked egg in a muffin tin. I can see that being really hard to get out. Let's do some salt and pepper. It just feels easier to do it this way than like mixing it all together and then trying to scoop it out equally. I guess I can't imagine how that's gonna work, but we'll see. Okay, so for my toppings, I have some cooked bacon and some hash browns. So we're just gonna add a little bit to each one and kind of see how it goes. Now the official recipe says to do everything in one bowl. That means the eggs, the bacon, the hash browns, mix it all together and then divvy it out. So let's do that one right now. Oh my gosh, I did not add cheese. What am I doing? It's like I don't know how to cook. What the heck? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Back to work. Okay, it is hard to beat the ones already in the muffin tin. I'll give you that. Okay, here's the trick. How easy is this gonna be to scoop out? Okay, that's not that bad. Oh my gosh, I did not think it was gonna work this well. Look at that. I guess adding all the extra ingredients like really made a difference. So other things you could add to this, you could do green onions. If you're into mushrooms, I'm not. I wanna say the recipe suggested spinach. I don't prefer cooked spinach, so I didn't do that. But it's definitely one you could do. Sneak some veggies into your kid's mouth for breakfast. Okay, this is not too bad. Mixing it all together is pretty good actually. I'm glad I tested them. Okay, so I did 10 eggs with the filling and that ended up being about perfect. So I'm gonna stick them in a 300-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes and I'll show you when we're done. The verdict is definitely do this one. These just pop out. So easy. Done. No cleanup. I had to use a knife to scrape around these and they came out okay, but as you can see, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this. So I would say overall, mix everything together, use liners. I think that's the way to go. Mine took me almost exactly 20 minutes in the oven and they are cooked all the way through. So these are gonna be perfect to pop in the microwave for like a minute, eat in the car on her way to driver's ed. Rounding out our muffin making, I'm going to be making my whole wheat muffins. I haven't made these in a really long time, mostly because I don't buy whole wheat. I usually grind whole wheat and it's a big thing and it makes a mess and I'm lazy. So I just haven't made them in a long time, but my kids adore these muffins. And when you see the amount of sugar in these, you'll understand why. So last night I ground 2 huge batches of whole wheat kernels. I do have a wheat grinder. I have the Mill is the one I have. I believe it's in my Amazon store if you want to go check it out. I'm mixing everything up in my Bosch today. You could totally do a hand mixer, but this way I don't have to hold anything because again, lazy. So I have 1 cup of butter in here and I'm gonna put in 2 cups of brown sugar. I know. And cream it like you're making cookies. A great rule of thumb when you're creaming stuff is that you cannot overmix it. So if you turn this on and like go to the bathroom and go put on your makeup, it's gonna be okay. Next up, I'm gonna add 2 eggs and mix one more time. I'm gonna add 2 cups of buttermilk. You could also do just a sour milk with milk and lemon juice or vinegar until it makes 2 cups. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And if you've ever seen me cook before, you know that if a little bit of vanilla is good, more is better. So I'm just gonna eyeball that, mix again. Okay, last 2 ingredients. I have 4.5 cups of whole wheat flour. Now, I did double this recipe because I figure if you're gonna go to the trouble of baking, you might as well double it and have extra. That's how I approach basically any baking task at all. If I'm gonna make homemade rolls, I'm gonna make more than 12, right? I'm gonna make 36 because if I'm gonna make this huge mess, I'm gonna have them and freeze them for later. Of course, you could buy whole wheat flour, but I think freshly ground is the best. And in this bowl, I have a mixture of baking powder, baking soda, a little bit of salt, and cinnamon. Cinnamon falls under the same camp as vanilla for me, so if a little is good, more is better. If you want to go heaping teaspoons on the cinnamon, that's okay by me. The full recipe down below. Okay, your batter is gonna look very, very chunky like this. Grab your preferred muffin tin of choice. I'm going with your standard size for these. Line them and spray your liners if you would like. I really love the liners because cleaning this without the liners is a pain in my behind. I have your traditional, I believe it's a 1/3 cup scooper, which works perfectly for muffins. I think this guy's about $7 and worth every penny. So I just fill it to the top and like kind of scrape it off and scoop it in, and it's like the perfect muffin size. Wherever you live in the world, are you guys ready for fall or winter? Let me tell you what, it was 45 degrees here this morning where I live. That would be Fahrenheit for those outside the US. 45 degrees. That is getting very, very close to freezing. And while I like boots and jackets, I really hate being cold. So I found this TV show on Netflix for this old Canadian show called Till Debt Do Us Part. It's hilarious. They're short little 20-minute episodes about people who royally screwed up their finances and this lady that comes to fix them. But I really like it. My kids have definitely gotten used to the little theme song, like before a commercial, which they don't show on the YouTube, you know, syndication of it, but it's like money, 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 money. So funny. So now my kids walk around the house doing that, money, 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 money. I'm gonna stick these in a 350 degree Fahrenheit oven for 12 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. They are all done, and I ended up with just about 36 muffins. Can you see what it looks like? So they don't get super tall because of the whole wheat. It's pretty heavy, and you want to cook it until it's firm to the touch. If it's any squishy at all, it's not done yet. And let me tell you what, like the brown sugar with the whole wheat, these are so good. Lastly, to finish up this video, I definitely don't want to skip out on the most obvious grab and go breakfast there are. Fruit is such a no-brainer. Grab a banana, take it out the door. You know, cut up an orange the night before and put it in a small Tupperware. Grab an apple and take it out. Now that Haley and I don't have braces anymore, we can bite into an apple now, which is amazing. A yogurt with some homemade granola, a bar of some kind, and even a protein shake. Any of these will also work as grab and go breakfasts, and we have been incorporating some of these for Haley every day. She'll take a breakfast bowl and a banana. She'll take a yogurt and a muffin. Thanks for joining me today as I put together 3 weeks worth of breakfast for my daughter who is doing driver's ed and does her first official drive with the teacher tomorrow. I can't believe I have a kid old enough to drive. Like, I still feel like the same age. So I don't know why they're growing up. Like, I don't know why they can't stay like little and cuddly. It was so much easier back then and cheaper. It was so much cheaper back then. I never thought I would wish that my only kid expenses were diapers, wipes, and formula. It's a whole new life. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you got some good ideas. If you thought of something that I didn't think of yet, please let me know because I would love to implement it the next time I have a kid go through driver's ed, which will be Andrew, starts in 2 years. And I'll have to do this all over again. So thank you once again. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that below. Click here or here for any other videos that I have done. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.